guys, so it's Michelle from FeminEnergy and Align PT, and we start tomorrow. I can't wait, and I hope that you will think about joining us because we do have some spaces available. But I wanted to just talk about the physical part of it a little bit, and some other things. So one of the hallmarks of the program is the feminine alignment. It's what we call the feminine alignment. And that's based on my experience with my clients in my PT practice. So a lot of the clients that I work with come to me with pain and restriction in their pelvic area. And what I notice inevitably is that most of them have a tucked tail posture. So they're very tucked under and their lower back is flat. And so we work from the ground up on releasing that tucked tail posture and opening up the pelvic region. That leads into a whole host of amazing things in the rest of the body. So I'm going to read you, I had a little texting session with one of my previous clients, and she shared with me some of the things that she loved about the program. So she said that it was amazing. It taught me to articulate my hips in a way that was life-changing. It led to much better experiences with sex. I found myself in less pain from opening up the pelvic area. I found myself moving my hips more because it felt so good. I love the bolster thing, wagging the tail, and combinations of the pelvic circles we did. That's one of our mobility exercises, and I'll show you that in a little bit. I enjoyed moving my body in a way that I hadn't in a long time because of holding patterns and fear. Once I felt the energy move, it felt so good to my body that I wanted to do it more and more. And that's what happens, I think, a lot, is that we injure ourselves or we have a bad experience, we have trauma, we hold pain, we feel pain, and then we don't want to move because it's painful, so we're afraid to move. And so our bodies exhibit this holding pattern. So not only do we do physical movement to open up that area, but we do lots of meditation and visualization and journaling to kind of uncover those fear patterns and those emotional patterns that are holding us in those areas. So it's really a comprehensive opening up of the pelvis area, the heart. It's just really a journey, and I would love to support you in that. So I'm just going to demonstrate some of the movements that she was talking about just to give you an idea of what we do in the class. There's so much more than just this little bit, but just to give you an idea. So the bolster thing that she was talking about is we straddle a bolster, and don't worry, if you have knee problems, we will help you modify, but it's just kind of opening up the pelvis by separating the sit bones, keeping a neutral spine so it's not too far like this, right? So we're finding our neutral spine, and we're just rocking forward and back gently, and we're doing circles this way and circles that way, and we're doing wagging our tail. We do a lot of these things on our knees. We do them in sitting, we do them in standing, because inevitably somebody has a better experience of it in standing than they do in kneeling. Everybody's body is different, and so we adapt to everyone's different body types by giving everyone a modification that they can handle. We talk about the feet, how the feet are involved with the pelvic floor. Believe it or not, they're a big component, the ankles and the calf muscles, and we talk about the diaphragm and the core muscles and how the core involves the pelvic floor, that the pelvic floor is part of the core and the diaphragm, and they all work together to support the trunk. So we do work on a lot of strengthening, but first we have to open up the areas before we strengthen. So we do this in a progressive way. And there's just so many more things. There are yoga poses that we work through. There are strengthening exercises, core exercises. We do a little bit of dancing for fun. We move our bodies, we journal. Gosh, it's so hard for me to describe in such a short video, but I really hope that you'll consider joining us. We do still have our some spaces available, but we are also offering a 2-for deal. If you bring a friend, you will save $100 off the tuition, so $50 for each of you off the price of the tuition. So I really hope you'll consider joining us. Sign up on our website. Feel free to text us if you have any questions or any considerations. Thanks so much.